Hey, and welcome to our first lesson on graphics editing and stuff. Today this lesson I'm gonna talk about alpha channels. An alpha channel is like a see-through. It's like a see-through color. It's like you're painting with invisible. So if I'm making a new image here, I can go like transparent, and what transparent is, well, I'll show you. So if see this checkers, this white and gray checkers, what that means in graphic speak is that you can see through this graphic here. So that's kind of like invisible layer. So if I paint on here, yeah, I'm gonna paint on here with some black stuff on layer 0, which is different than a background layer, but I'll talk about that in a minute. So I painted on there, and now I've got this black smudge, but you can see there's all this, you know, emptiness around here. So I'm just going to make a new image to kind of show you what I mean. And I'm just going to make the background like a different color here so that we can do this. Okay, whoops. Use the eyedropper. Great tool, but you can go too fast. Okay, fill this layer with red. So now what I'm going to show you here is that when I take this graphic, let's see, I'm going to select all. I just do it this way. It's kind of easier. Select all, and then I can copy this whole layer. Now I'm going to go over to this image. You can see I've got a background layer here. A background layer is different than layer 0. Okay, and I'll talk about why. But a background layer is fine for us for now, because what we're going to do is we're going to paste this new layer on. And now this is from the other graphic, and so I can see through to this layer underneath. Okay, and this is why using this checkery background is great for how we're going to know when we're chopping an image out, which is what we're really going to do today. That's kind of the nature of this challenge. We're going to chop an image out of one picture. I'm going to take this guy out of this picture, and we're going to put him into this picture. Okay, so what we're really doing is we're going to erase, we're going to get rid of everything that isn't the guy in this picture. And so in our graphic, we're going to want to see that gray and white checkered behind him everywhere. So I'm going to copy this address, and then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go File, Open Image URL. And I'll just paste the address in there. That's what I love about this program. This is pixlr.com. This is a great application. So here it is from the URL. I'm just going to delete this. We don't need this. This is just an example. And we don't need this. Let's just get rid of all this messy stuff here and just use the image that we want, which is this guy. And now remember I said the background is a special layer. And what that means is when I try to erase on here, I am erasing. But you can see I don't see that gray checkery stuff underneath there. I don't see that and that's because it's not transparent. The background layer doesn't let me be transparent. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to unlock the background layer because we actually want to do something different. We want to get rid of the background. We want to make invisible. So I double click that. That makes this a layer 0 now, right? Now it's layer 0. It's not a background layer. And if I erase on it, oh, there we go. You see how that's different, right? That means I can see through there. So maybe I can show you this way. I'm just going to open up the image that we're going to put him into. So I'm going to copy that URL, and then I'm going to open a new image with that URL. So I paste that in there, and here it comes. Okay, now this is my store that I'm going to paste him into. So I'm going to select everything. I do Command All for that. I like that command. Command V will paste it in. There we go. I think this illustrates what I'm talking about. So you can see where I've erased from when it's layer 0, not the background, and you can see the checkers. That means it's see-through. See-through over here. I can't. That's where I erased before. I can't see through it. Okay. So let's get rid of this layer. I'm just going to delete it. I'll just throw it in the trash because we're going to do this properly now, which is as layer 0. I mean, another way you can do this is to duplicate the layer and then delete the background. It's easy just to unlock the background, turn into layer 0. Okay, now we're going to get in here and actually start, chopping them out. The way I'm going to show you is, it's just, I do it manually. I mean, I do it by hand. It's so much better. You can actually, control the level of blurriness that you want around the edge. You can use automatic tools, but they just it just really doesn't work that well. You know what I am going to do though? I'm going to show you why I'm going to erase this against this background. So I'm actually going to paste this whole image over top of the background of this image, so that when I erase, you can see in here. Right, I'm actually going to see. Whoops, I think that's a bit too far. Let's just zoom out a bit. Okay. You can see that I can really see what that edge is going to look like against the actual background. It's really useful, really helpful. Let's zoom out a bit more. I think that's good. Okay, so now what I do is I just go around. I go around the edge. I'm using a pad. I mean, you can a drawing tablet, I should say, which is really nice. And I just like scroll along. Now, this can take a little while, yeah, but you think you're saving time with the automatic tools, but really you're not, because you just don't get a good result. You just can't do things like dip in and out here and really like look at the fuzz and go, okay, I got to get in there, so I'm going to turn my brush really tiny. Whoops, get out of the way. There, and just take that out just a little bit. And what you get is you don't want a clean edge. You don't want an automatically generated edge. Okay, so now I can switch to a bigger brush. I think I go back to my 25. No, maybe there, 30. You can really make artistic decisions about how this edge should be done against the background. It seems like it takes a long time, but really the automatic tools they just are no replacement for the human eye and your artistic sensibility. Once we've got this, we don't have to erase the whole image like this, right? We just have to do the one frame. Now we will look at automatic tools for doing this, which is like basically it's called masking. I mean, this is the slow and single image way to do it. If we couldn't do this on a video, well, I guess we could. I mean, really, we could like take every frame of the video and erase it out like this. But even that doesn't work that well, because if you're doing video and you're stringing them all together, if each frame has been manually edited, the subtle differences between the way that they've been, whoops, okay, Control Z, thank you. The subtle way that they've been edited really can affect, like the edge will jiggle around, Ugh, that's ugly. I just want to get this done. The edge will really jiggle. I should have the pressure sensitivity set up. I could make the brush smaller with less pressure. I'm just about to show you the final step of this process here. Whoops, let's get a big brush. I gotta get this down here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I know it's messy. It's not. I said it was going to be beautiful. It's not. Whoops, we're almost there. And then we're just going to finish up the final cut. And this is where I would use, like, I'm going to zoom out now, and so we can see the whole guy. Whoops, I guess I double-clicked when I should have single-clicked. Yikes. Yeah, let's do it with the other tool. That's the thing with the paintbrush tool. It's a great tool. Oh, I can see I missed up there. That's funny. Paintbrush tool is a good tool, but sometimes the mouse does a better job. I'm going to, yeah, okay. I'm going to edit all this out. Okay, so now that we've got that edge done, oh, just a little more piece here to do. Just like that. Okay, now that we've got this edge done, then we're not going to erase the rest of that by hand. That would just be silly. We're going to take the lasso tool, and you can start anywhere, and you kind of follow along that kind of little trench that you've made. You can circle way out around, and then I could come in. Oh, I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to just create these selection areas which I can then, take out in big chunks. I don't try to do it all in one go. I just select these kind of areas like this, just a piece at a time. You can kind of keep diving in and taking a little bit more out. And then it starts making sense. You probably want to go back and touch up your edges a little bit after that. But I got one more to go up here. But that is the concept. Now, like I said, we're going to talk about automating this process, where we would stick some edges along here and have them track the object itself. Whoops. I guess I didn't go up far enough there. Gotta get rid of some more ice. Not a big deal. We can stick the mask around the object, and it has to move from frame to frame. So here we have the Lich King. I guess I could have positioned him much better. Anyways, the Lich King at the supermarket. Beautiful.